Say North Texas. Hey, welcome to Blue Jay Banner post-game show. We are live at Let It Fly Sports Bar in downtown Omaha after a blizzard where we had to do it remotely, which was a great move on my part to do that.
Great call.
That was a call. At first, I thought terrible move, Tim. This is nothing, and then people send me videos, and you couldn't see in front of your face.
Absolutely not.
But the weather's turned. And how about those Creighton Blue Jays today?
Yes, sir.
Big winners over Butler, clinched second place. Like our path, and we just got done watching the women's game where kind of two phantom calls that went both ways, and Creighton took advantage, knocked down the free throws, won by 2 over a valiant Georgetown team. They move on to the semis. I just want to bring this up right now. We are doing, through the postseason, we're doing post-game shows for all the women's games. So right when we're done with this one, I'm going to get online and we're going to do the women's post game. We're going to have Coach Flannery's going to join us after every game, and it's sponsored by RTI Threads, and we appreciate their support. But all of you are watching to talk about the men, which is great. Put it in your chats. Let's go. I want to hear some comments. Hit that subscribe button. We're growing every day, so I appreciate it. Jays with a big win. First question to you. My goodness, have you ever seen, and I'm not talking about Creighton here, have you ever seen a team shoot that lights out for 9 minutes? That was, they were shooting over 80% from the field and 78% from 3. 9 minutes into the game.
Nothing to lose, at the end of the day. Big time coach, really, on that side, right?
Wow.
Coach's son, too, as well, right over there. They had nothing to lose, right? They knew we kind of had everything.
Coach's son and boyfriend of Caitlin Clark. That might throw that in there, too.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. But, yeah, they had nothing to lose, man. And we had a lot riding. So, senior night, kind of wanted to spoil the situation for the guys. Just came out hot. But it was, it was electric first half. That's something
man. And you know what?
For a while.
You look back on it now. I mean, it was amazing what Ashworth did. Had he not gone 6 or 7 for 3, we would have been buried right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
My goodness.
Played well. Just was. He
did. He only had 1 bucket in the second half.
Yeah, but he wasn't as aggressive.
But he kept us. He kept us in the game in the first half. And that was a big thing. And then we got things rolling. That's their down. Like my wife's like, well, these guys are pretty good for being 8th, 9th in the league. I go, they're really good offensively, but defensively, then they don't have the pieces.
Not at all.
We'll pick them apart eventually. And they're not going to make shots like this through the whole game.
And they were good at finding matchups, at the end of the day. Like, they would take advantage of matchups and expose some things we had going defensively. But, we got to give hats off to the Jays. They just kind of look like a well-oiled machine today, kind of getting back to where you would like to be in March. So, exciting, really, for the next few weeks.
And the other thing, too, is we in the first, during that stretch, that 9-minute stretch, which is another thing incredible, no whistles.
Right.
So we had the under 16 timeout at 11 minutes. I mean, I've hardly ever seen that. But the other thing was there was like 4 defensive breakdowns. Like, you can't just leave McCafferty out there wide open where he can just line it up. Like, guys weren't rotating, and Mac was getting a little testy with them that they weren't following the game plan.
You got to think, too, a lot of that was coming later in the shot clock. They were doing a lot of, getting us to rotate, then finding the extra guy. You got to give credit to them to making the extra pass, finding the good guy, right?
No doubt.
At the end of the day.
I was at practice yesterday, though. They were working a lot on that screen and their ball screen. Like, sometimes they take that ball screen down in deeper. And I think the first, maybe all the first half, we didn't do a very good, we didn't follow the plan that they set forth in practice. I thought the second half we did, and then coupled with them coming back down to earth with their shooting percentage.
Absolutely.
And plus, we raced right out at the beginning of the second half, and that got that 15-point lead. We just kind of hung with that.
You got to think, too, though, if you're putting that much pressure on the defense, we're making us work a little bit harder than what we thought we were going to be working a little bit later in the shot clock. So then they were finding good shots. They were taking really good shots. It wasn't that they were taking bad shots.
Absolutely.
So if you're getting that deep into the teeth of the defense and making that, second hockey assist type pass, then generally you're going to find an open guy. But, we were able to make some adjustments and figure it out. And I'm just happy that these guys, they honestly look like one, they look healthy. Two, they just kind of look ready, right? And I think we kind of finally hit that lull of wall that we like to talk about these past 3-4 games. Once we had that week off, that I feel like we kind of got out of, having our edge. That now we're starting to look like these guys, they're looking good.
You know what?
They're looking good. Hey, that's all I'm saying.
Hey, see, you know what?
What's that?
Mason Miller.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
I stood up and went nuts. My wife's like,
yes,
what are you doing? I go, honey,
Absolutely.
It's been 3 months since he hit a three, man.
Yep.
He finally knocked one down.
I was happy to see
Then
that.
there was a timeout. Mac just had the biggest smile on his face and hugged him.
I think everybody did.
Yeah.
I think everybody did.
Oh, man, it was so great.
I stood up for seconds there. Yeah.
I mean, it was like, and you could just tell he kind of ran down the floor like wanting to go nuts, but he's trying to be reserved. You're like,
absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
The lid is finally off, right?
Yep.
Oh, my word.
Yep.
Was that huge?
Oh, was it?
You're talking about the wall. Jackson's over the wall now, man. He's starting to knock down shots.
I think ever since he's been on the show, he just kind of, he's got a little, he's breathing a little more confident.
Guess what? It's going to be right here tonight.
Absolutely.
We're also going to have assistant coach Steve Merfeld, who is going to make his way over here shortly. Raucous Let It Fly Sports Bar. We got the Let It Fly beers right here by our other sponsor, Infusion Brewing Company, and our great sponsors, Care Matters Home Health Care and Discount Window and Door of Omaha. Jays win. Ashworth, 11 assists, a career high.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep, he was electric. Just came out hot. Was aggressive from the beginning. Good to see, showing that he's healthy, ready to go, ready for March. I think they were able to kind of just prove who they are this day and age, and they're excited. I'm excited. They got a great team. They got a great unit. We saw Sami get in there, try to get one.
That was so great.
We're all looking forward to that
Mac
one.
does that so well.
Yeah, I was hoping for a little earlier, and I thought he was going to let him stay, but whatever.
No, but then he got the ovation. That was cool.
He did, but I wanted him to get a bucket.
Unlike Gonzaga, where they put their senior walk-ons in the first of the tip, and then they go down 11-0 in a huge game against St. Mary's that can never catch up.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
It's just, man. It was just a great night. Great night.
It was.
We got down early and came back. Jackson had 14. Kalk had 27. Ashworth had 23 with 11 assists.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Kalk rebounding had, Jesus. He had 15 rebounds.
Absolutely.
We had 2 double-doubles. And, I got to say something. Just in my world here, he's probably the most unappreciated superstar we've ever had. Like, to me, I had no idea, I never think of him as a volume scorer. Doug broke the record. Yeah, because he's scoring 25, 30 a game, Kalk early on in his career, wouldn't have many points. Now, I get it. He played 5 years. So did Doug. But he played 5 years. I get that. No, Doug only played 4.
Doug played 4.
4, sorry. Doug played 4. But Kalk played 5 years. I get that. But still, he had this is the 1 year where he's had some huge point game.
Yeah.
Big. He started off winning 49 the first night.
Yeah.
But the other thing is that I just don't see him. And I knew, obviously, he's one of the greatest shot blockers Creighton's ever had. Oh, my God. He is the all-time leader in the Big East, surpassing Patrick Ewing. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
I mean, that's to your point, with a little bit of time, but also, being a future player, right? That
is incredible.
But, generally he did average close to about 20 and 10, I want to say, in Big East play, right? So, 5 years at that, right? You got to kind of.
But he didn't do it for 5 years, though. He only did the last couple. He wasn't rattling off 20 every night.
I hear you, but
I mean, still to pass, because I'm old enough to remember watching Patrick, and it seemed like he was blocking a shot about every other possession.
Absolutely.
For him to pass Patrick Ewing, that is incredible. Just incredible. He's going to be 4-time Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Unheard of.
There might have been, you watched the game earlier today, and Lewis hit some big shots down the stretch for St. John's, and they were like, ooh, that might be a shot that gives him, Player of the Year. And then Kalk balls it up with that performance, 27-15, and then passes Ewing. Ooh, now you got to vote, right? You got to think about your vote.
I think the vote's still easy, but he made a case.
Easy which way?
It's going to the number one team with everything they got going. It's just a lot.
And Lewis
did make a case.
And again, Lewis hit some clutch shots for them today.
Absolutely.
Oh, my word.
Absolutely.
Because they've got some guys out there who really brick it. But, man, I've never seen a team, not to divert our topic here, I've never seen a team that gets their hand on more balls without falling than St. John's. That last play, at first you saw it live, and you're like, oh, what was he doing? All he had to hold the ball, but the guy came around the backside and tipped it.
Yep. That's clearly something to point of emphasis for Patino, but you kind of watch his teams. They like to, get up into you, get a little bit aggressive, and generally that frazzles cats. So,
wow.
Good for him. Good for him.
Incredible.
But
by the way, we should point out Omaha is thumping South Dakota.
Yes, sir.
Just thumping them.
Yes, sir.
And if they win and St. Thomas wins the second game, Omaha is going dancing, baby. Doesn't matter what happens in the championship game. So, congrats to the Mavs. Let's keep it going.
Yes, sir.
All right, make sure you hit those chats. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Helps us out a ton. As I said, we're going to have Coach Merfeld here any minute, and then also Jackson McAndrew will be our player tonight. There's a lot of stuff going on downtown. There's a big car show. Tons of people at the game. I thought, damn near. I was shocked it was under 18,000. I thought, man, I looked around. This looks like a sellout, baby. Yeah. A loud crowd, too. It was great atmosphere.
Yep.
Great atmosphere. Loved it.
The starting lineups for Kalk was...
that was special.
Yeah.
I got a little tear in my eye.
Yeah, that was...
I got a little tear in my eye.
I mean, I'd be honest.
I haven't had a tear in my eye for a starting lineup since you played.
Nah, okay.
When they announced you for your last game. When you announced you for your last game, I was like, thank God this guy's gone. And I started crying.
Yeah, sure, Tim.
When are the recruits coming?
Sure. You go look at the record books, Tim. We will just say that. We'll just say that. I'm just a humble guy. So.
I love it.
Yeah, no, that was special.
No, it really was.
He really, I'll say he got me up, to be honest. It was, we won't see something like that.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't, that's just something I don't think we'll.
So 87-74, I thought for sure in the first half, especially in the first 10 minutes, we were going to see a 122-100 game.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Oh, yeah.
I turned to my buddy, I go, they've almost scored 50 points at the 10-minute mark.
Yep. It was great basketball.
Yeah.
To be honest. And that's where I was like,
love offensive basketball.
Where we are in March, I like to see this.
And that's, that's just Butler just does not play very good defense. And they don't have that post presence. That's the other thing. But, man, they've got some dudes who can score.
Yeah.
In that first stretch when they're making all the shots, Telford was hitting some unbelievably tough shots. And Absolutely. I think Mac was like, okay, I'm okay with that. He's not going to make those all night. Man. That was an incredible 10 minutes of basketball.
It was.
10 minutes.
It was.
Ashworth just draining everything.
It was.
Then he missed 2 right at the first half, and I go, wow. He took his shooting percentage from like 94 down to 70 with those 2 minutes. And here's the incredible thing: he went 6 for 7, missed 2 free throws. Mm-hmm. You never see that.
He's, over the past few games, he's missed a few.
But I mean, 2 in a row like that—that's just incredible.
Yeah.
I jinxed it though. I turned around. I go, but she goes, but that wasn't good. I go, but we got 2 points. She goes, how do you mean? I go, we got Ashworth at the line. Mm-hmm. This is them both. Couldn't believe it.
My only thing is 38 minutes. Still a lot to be logging right before.
So I talked to him at practice yesterday. I said, hey, thinking of you. I asked the first question. I said, hey, how great was it to be able to not play 38 minutes? He started chuckling. He goes, man, Tim, it was really great.
Yeah.
He goes, it was so. He goes, it was so nice to have a break and to just, to cheer. He goes, hey, I'm willing to sit on that bench and cheer on my teammates anytime when you don't need me. He goes, it was great.
Yeah.
And so now, and he kind of felt, I talked to him a little bit off camera, he kind of feels like now Big East tournament, you might play 3 games in 3 days, but you do have a nice stretch from Saturday to Thursday off where you normally don't have that during the season. And he goes, then we get the NCAAs, then you're off for 5 days. You play 2 out of 3, then you're off for 5 days. You're expending a lot of energy in those games, though.
Yeah, and just travel and the whole 9 different atmospheres, but still, senior day, senior night,
a little bit. Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Mason Miller with a huge 3 points tonight. That's all I can say. That's all I'm going to keep saying. Our bench didn't do anything tonight. Trout had 2.
It was tough.
Miller had 3, and that was it. We've been getting a lot of production. Jason Green didn't score tonight.
38, 35, 35, 31.
Jason didn't get any.
Right.
He
only played 18 minutes.
He's been getting some points lately.
Well, yeah. I just think what tonight was, right? And I think we saw that, but
it's really something when guys can rise to the occasion. You know what I mean? Like Doug getting 3,000 on senior night. That's fairy tale stuff, right?
Yeah.
And DeCalk go 27-15, and Ashworth go 23-11. That's pretty damn special.
Absolutely.
Wow! After 6 of 7, he ended up 7 of 15. But we'll take that. You know what? One of Mac's axioms, we were only 3 of 5 from the line. There weren't many free throws tonight.
There weren't.
What did Butler do? Butler did, that was 20 there. Where's the free throws at? There we go. Butler was 5 of 6. Of course, McCafferty was at the line quite a bit. Of those 6, when I say quite a bit. But, yeah. So we did not make more than the other team shot. In fact, the other team made as many as we shot.
Fair.
But nice job rebounding. Let's see. Let's go to team stats. Rebounding was I heard somebody mention around me that the rebounding was lopsided. 43-26. Big time. We got a lot of offensive rebounds tonight, which was great.
Yep.
Great. And I'll tell you what. Yesterday at practice, I didn't stay for the whole thing. Oh my God, Mason got high fives from everyone.
Oh,
there was a stretch where he got like 2-3 offensive rebounds in a row.
Yeah,
just by hustle.
Yeah,
it was great.
Yeah,
great to see, and that's what we're going to need. And now he's only going to hustle harder now that he knocks some shots down. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. But he's just trying to find a way, and he's just. Hats off to him.
He found a way. That ball went down to the bottom of the hoop,
did it,
baby.
And it looked great, and he just let it go with confidence. And I'm like, let's go. I told you to him. We're turning a little tide here. I think he's gonna hit a couple big ones here.
I do.
In New York.
Like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of people today come up to me about UConn. I'm like, I know Marquette's kind of been struggling a little bit, and they went 1-5 against the top 3 teams in the league. But they still, like, you watch them today, they still scare me, man. I would rather play UConn, even though that arena is going to be 90% UConn fans. I'd rather play UConn, just because.
I don't know.
I think if you can control, which we didn't do the first game, the second game, McNeely.
Well, you can say McNeely, but I think Caravan is the one who's had terrible games.
Yeah, he has.
Terrible games. And, that's the one that's their X factor to me. And I just think, he's experienced.
Diarra would be, but he's injured, so he can only play so many minutes.
Right.
And then Ball's good, though, too, man. He's also money. But,
I don't know.
I just kind of like, and I like our advantage in the post with them.
Fair. Okay. Fair.
Johnson's played a little bit better lately, but I like our advantage in the post with them. So,
fair.
Marquette just scares me because they can get going. Like today, Joplin had it going, man. Yeah. And when they get it going, they are tough. They're tough. But now, guess what? The people in Cincinnati are celebrating because here's their chance. They need that one more quad 1 win, and here's their opportunity to play a Marquette team that's kind of struggling. And Xavier's just red hot right now. And I'm talking to the coaches. They go, we are really glad Xavier's on the other side, man.
Absolutely. I think they've had some injuries early on. And, now just kind of finding their stride and finding who they are as a team. That they're playing right, playing well at the right time.
Yeah.
And Miller's got those guys playing at a high level, and they got some some great talent over there. So,
jeez, they do.
I think, they just really hadn't been able to find identity, and now everybody's kind of finding a role. So, they look well. They look really good.
I kept telling my bracketology about it because we're doing the our Banner Brackets mock selection. The last session will be tomorrow. Starts at 11 a.m. You go to Banner Brackets on YouTube and watch the whole thing.
Yep.
We're going to be seeding we have the 11s really to do. So really the bubble teams tomorrow morning. Then we're going to go and scrub all the field. You're not going to be happy where Creighton's at. They got my first 9.
What you got?
My buddies.
At a 9?
I gave 2 impassioned speeches about Creighton. There was one where we were going over the 7 seeds. So you had 7s and 8s really and 9s in there, and they didn't have Creighton. And I go, guys, I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. You've got these 4 teams in over Creighton? Are you kidding me? And they kind of were like, okay. But now they've turned the tide today on our text chain. They've kind of turned the tide and said, we've got to think seriously about putting Creighton over Marquette. They beat them by 2 games in the league. And when you look at the resumes, they're pretty close and da-da-da. I still think Marquette has a little bit of resume because they had a better non-conference. But I understand their point, So I think tomorrow when we do the scrub, you'll see Creighton in 8, which is about where I think they should be.
Fair.
But, 8, 9 really doesn't matter. You just wear a different colored jersey. That's how boys. Wow, Omaha shot 66% in the first half. Well, that's going to win you a lot of games.
Yeah.
34 points in the paint.
That's huge.
Wow.
That's huge.
I thought maybe they would go out right away in this thing, but no way. No way.
No, sir.
They keep playing like this. They're never going to get a game with Creighton in the regular season. We're not going to invite them over here.
Yeah, we will. I
don't think so.
Yeah, we will.
Does Duke ever play North Carolina Central?
That's not the same thing, though.
Never.
That's not the same thing, Tim. That's not the same thing.
North Carolina State's a low mid-major.
Tim.
Duke
Come on,
We're not Duke. Well, we're not Duke.
Tim.
I'm just using it as an example. A school that's not very far away from Duke, they never play them in the non-conference.
No, I understand what you're saying, but
the Omaha people don't understand
that's
that.
Happen.
This happens all over. Does Wisconsin, Milwaukee, do they play Marquette? Hell no, Marquette doesn't play them. They're not going to play them. They're not going to give them any, bulletin board material. No, they're not going to play them. It's just the way it works.
I think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think so.
We'll see. Let's come back to this state.
Well, I'm sure Adrian Dowell over there at UNO is pushing for it, right?
One of these days.
I'm sure he's pushing for it. Now that he's nosed his way into the College World Series this year. So hey, Adrian's a sharp dude. Jays with a huge win. Hey, let's go to one of our sponsors, Care Miners Home Health Care. We want to thank Jim and his staff over there so much for sponsoring our show all year long. If you're in need of care for your injured or ill or senior loved one, reach out to Care Miners today. Their agency is comprised of certified caregivers who have many years of experience. You'll receive versatile, flexible, and customized care for your peace of mind and well-being. So if you don't have an idea of what they offer, go to careminersnebraska.com. Check it all out. And then when you're ready, give them a call, 402-532-1383. That's 402-532-1383. That's Care Miners Home Health Care. We kicked somebody out for talking while I was trying to give one of our fine sponsors.
You're not, if you wanted me to read
you're not kicking this guy out.
Stumbling a little bit. You got to laugh. Come on, Tim.
It's been a long couple of days for Tim. It's all right, Tim. It's all right. We're here. We're here.
Let me tell us.
We're here.
So we're in the press deal. Max coming up to the mic, or maybe Ashworth. I don't remember.
Tonight.
And he's standing out center court, and he's like, points at me. And Chattel's next to me, and Chattel goes, what? And he goes, no, not you. Him. And I'm like, I'm in a presser here, Murph. Would you just wait?
You didn't look like you were doing anything.
Yeah.
I'm just telling it like it is.
Matt got done with the presser and goes, hey, thanks for all the great questions, Tom. He didn't say anything. Hey, what a win.
Great win.
Hey, I got to ask you, we were talking about this. Have you ever seen a 9-minute stretch to start a game a team, they were shooting 80% and 77 from 3.
High level.
What were we shooting?
Well, we were way over 60.
Yeah.
Close to 7. But I mean, they could not miss. And some of those shots Topher had, I mean, they were tough shots.
And I mean, Steven hit some tough ones too to keep us in.
That's what we said. Yeah. Think if he had hit half of those, we'd have been in some problems.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. To answer your question, no. But there's a combination of two things that make it what it was. They don't foul, and we don't foul. And Big East officials don't call fouls.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, it's just a combination of everything. And but I don't. I mean, do you think there were any calls that should have been made? I mean, look at this too.
No, but it's two teams. You know, like Max said, you know, they scored 100 on us last year here. Yeah. I mean, it's two teams that play similarly.
Absolutely.
You know, they're not. We're either team is pressuring 94 feet. You know.
You know, the other thing too, I don't know if I've ever been in a game where the other team or our team only had 1 turnover. Butler had 1 turnover.
That's crazy.
We had 10. They had 1.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, you combine all that stuff. I mean, like you said, they're two similar teams that play the right way and have this similar, we don't foul, they don't foul.
Well, it's not a football game. It's more of a finesse game.
Yeah,
more of a skill game.
It's a basketball game.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
It's basketball.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But, you know, I know what you're going to say. But, you know, I don't know if you saw the end of it today. But, again, they didn't foul in that last play, St. John's. But, man, they get their hands on a lot of balls, don't they?
Yeah, that was a tremendous play by Kadari.
Yeah, it really was.
I mean, it was just.
Because initially I thought he just, didn't secure the ball and dropped it.
No, he
got
tipped it away.
Out. Yeah.
And I didn't think R.J. Lewis took a very good 3 either. I mean, he took it with about 7 seconds left, so Marquette's going to secure that thing and head the other way.
Yeah.
But
he did. We were talking earlier, though. R.J. Lewis hit some big shots.
Oh, huge. How about the 3 that he hit?
Kind of a back and forth today. Okay, I want to be player of the year. Then Kalk goes 27-15. I want to be player of the year. Yeah. Now you got to vote, right?
Yeah, and where are you putting Dixon?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Poor guy's going to finish 3rd. Yeah, and be like, what?
True.
He led the nation in scoring.
Yeah,
that's true.
He's going to finish 3rd.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, some really good.
That's why I think our league is very underrated nationally this year.
I hope you're right. I mean, we'll find out in the tournament. I hope that Xavier has solidified because they're as good as any team right now in our league. They're really good. I mean,
test they being like that.
Yeah. How about the first round? Xavier Marquette.
Yeah.
See, and that's we've been having our mock selection the last few days. That's what I keep telling people. I said, hey, Xavier's got a path now. Yeah. They need that one more quad win, and they've got their opportunity right now. And if they win 2, forget it.
Yeah. I think most people kind of have them in now. Maybe it's the play-in game. No? Fair. All that matters is Lenardi.
Well, no.
I wanted to get a little rise there. They got one, didn't I?
Yes, sir.
Joe's the best.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Joe just looks at what I do.
Well, is that what it is?
Watch it. Watch how many times I'll put a team on the next day. He's got. Yeah.
Okay, I'll start watching.
He moved Maryland into the 16. Or Mock put him in like about 2 minutes earlier, and I go, "Are you online watching us?" But anyway, so just a great effort by Steven and Kalk tonight. I mean, what a way for those guys to go out.
I don't know if you could have scripted it any better, right? I mean, we had to scrap. They played tremendous to the first 10 minutes, 12 minutes. I thought we tightened up defensively a little bit, too, after that barrage.
Yeah, we did.
They started out 7 for 9, I believe, from 3, and they ended up, 9 for 22.
Yeah.
So, we did a better job running them off the 3-point line, and when you have Ryan Kalkbrenner back there, I mean, that's your best defense.
Well, when they go to their second center, then Kalk can just stay back.
Stay in the lane, yeah.
And the other thing, too, is I know in practice, I know what you guys are trying to do, and I saw about 3 or 4 mistakes in that first 9-minute stretch where I was like, okay, that was a bad move defensively.
Yep. The communication wasn't there, and the switching wasn't as crisp as it became the last, 28, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But that's part of that is being at home, having the home crowd, with you. I mean, you go.
What a great crowd tonight.
Oh, tremendous. And I said it. I don't know if you guys will agree. It's the second most that have stuck around for senior night since Doug. Might have been the most.
Well, okay.
Yeah. Okay. But it was really impressive.
I looked around and there was tons of people. Usually, the upper deck's almost empty, and they come down the lower. There was tons of people in the upper deck.
No, that was impressive, and I think that's obviously a tribute to Ryan Kalkbrenner.
Absolutely.
And Steven, for that matter, but definitely for Ryan. I mean, that kid, what a tremendous career.
Yes, sir.
Boy, are we going to miss him.
Yes, sir. What are we going to do?
I told Austin, I said, I personally, just me personally, I've underestimated his historical things he's done. I mean, like the scoring thing, like it just kind of came up to me fast. Like, I just don't think of him like, Doug was scoring 30 every night, right? Rodney Buford was scoring 30 every night. Like, you knew they were, and Kalk just kind of snuck up. And then, I mean, he's blocking, but when they say he set the all-time Big East record surpassing Patrick Ewing, I'm old enough to remember watching Patrick Ewing, and it seemed like he got a block every other possession.
Yeah.
So for him to pass him, that's incredible.
Yeah, it really is.
Incredible.
You just can't say enough.
No.
And I mean, you guys have watched that kid grow from day one.
Right.
And where he's been. Some of the stuff that he does on the move and right, left hand around the rim, catching it, laying it in, dunking it is phenomenal. It really is. And we just accept that and take it for granted. And we're going to miss him.
Well, remember those days? Remember those days we'd have him in there for 3 minutes? We're like, well, we got to get Bishop back in there.
Yeah, hopefully there's a foul called. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, Mac had to take a timeout tonight to stop the game. How crazy is that?
Yeah, there wasn't. My buddy turns to me and goes, wait, this is the under 16 and 11? I go, yes, it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're going to kick the ball out of bounds. We're going to have another timeout. It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's bizarre.
Crazy game.
Really
crazy
bizarre.
Game. Wow. All of that. Biggest moment of the night for me was Mason knocking down.
How cool. And how cool the crowd, too.
Yes, sir.
Crowd acknowledged
they're
it.
all waiting for it.
Because they know, the kid has really struggled, and he's fought through it, and he's come and worked at it, and finally, and it was a big one, too. I think we're up 9. It kind of said game over, at that point.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that was awesome. And
now hopefully the lid is off the basket for him,
You hope so. I mean, yeah, it's just hard to explain, right? I mean, it's almost like I've seen you putt. Sometimes you get the yips. No, I've seen it, Tim. You don't have to give me that face.
You know what? The one thing I remember playing golf with him, all the times I played golf with him, turns to me one time, he goes, God, I don't know why I play this game.
We all say that, Tim. I think we all say that, Tim.
We have a big match going.
You guys do?
Did you hear about this?
No.
It's me and Trout.
Oh, boy.
Okay?
Yeah.
Me and Trout against him. And, he hasn't picked his partner yet.
Pick Ashworth.
Well,
That'd be a good match.
We don't know if Ash will be around this summer, though.
He'll be around some. Mm-hmm. I think he'll be around some.
Oh, that would be epic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be a good match.
Okay. I'm gonna talk to Ash and see if they can do this. That would be good.
Oh, they love it. Those guys would love it. That'd be fun.
How bad is Trout?
No, he's good. They're both good. They're both good.
Trout's been sandbagging with me. Then he's like,
No. They're
I'm
both.
telling him because he's like a 4, so I was like, we're gonna have to get some strokes here.
No.
You don't need strokes. Tim.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get strokes.
You don't need strokes. Tim.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
No.
Anyway, so what do you guys? What's the plan now?
Plan is enjoy the night.
Yeah, and then you're off tomorrow, and then you practice Monday.
Tuesday, Monday. I think it's spring break.
Yeah.
So I think we go Monday at noon. Tuesday we'll go at 9 or 10, and then jump on the plane.
Jump on the plane Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Okay. All right. Collect all the hardware, all the awards you're going to get.
Sunday night, right?
Yeah.
What are you predicting? Is Colt going to get Defensive Player of the Year?
Oh, yes.
I hope so, but you never know.
Who else would you put?
Oh, Micah Peavy, Davion Smith.
No.
There's
I think Peavy. I'll tell you this.
You know the guy that everybody loves, and we're not that high, is Stevie Mitchell.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Oh my God, Brad Korn.
Yeah. They're losing.
Okay. Every time I see Brad Korn, I don't know if you remember this.
Oh, I'm gonna
Valley Tournament.
Yeah.
Well, this is back in the Creighton SIU days.
Yeah, well, I was at Evansville.
You know,
I remember this.
You remember this?
No, I don't.
Well, we weren't playing them. They were playing somebody in like the quarters or whatever. And somebody laid a pick on Brad, and he went down like he'd been shot. And he was out. He was knocked out cold.
Oh, wow. Huh.
And so Heath and I used to always joke that we'd go there the next year, and he goes, Oh, yeah, there's that plaque where Corn just got leveled. But a great guy. He's been on our show several times.
He's done a really good job at SEMO.
Really good job at
Baroni is the coach at SIUE. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little Creighton history for you there.
Yep.
I think Peavy's going to get screwed, though. He's not going to get the first team. He probably should be. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because when we vote, you can't vote for your own.
Yeah.
So we had Peavy first team, but obviously Ryan's going to take one of those spots.
Right.
Where's Steven land?
I think he's going to be second. Just
second or
there's
third.
So many guys.
Yeah.
No, I think he'll be second.
Yeah.
Just the way
we finished second.
Look,
right?
when you got Rick Pitino saying, just raving about him in the press conference.
Oh, really?
That's
we had 4 St. John's guys on the top 3 teams.
Yeah.
4 of them.
Yeah. See, I'm not.
See, we had Lewis, Zuby.
Yes.
Kadari, and Smith.
Mm-hmm. See, I've never been a Kadari guy.
I know, but he's had a tremendous year.
I don't know why.
You know why?
I don't know why,
Because every time we play him, we pretty much control him. And when we don't play him, he has
That's our scouting report, though, Tim. You just got to watch his games.
I just can't put a guy first team. I can't put a guy first team that shoots 50% from the line and can't hit a 3 if he's standing all alone in his gym.
I hear you.
I'm sorry.
Did you watch
as a guard? As a guard.
He's a professional. Like, you just watch this game. Yeah. He is. He
had a triple-double. He had a triple-double today.
You've got Lewis. You've got Cam Jones.
I hear you.
You got Kalkbrenner. So there's 4 right there. Right. Now you got just one more, and then they have Player of the Year. So they actually have 6.
6. Yep.
So you got to have
Dixon.
You got to have McNeely in there.
No.
He missed too much time. If he had played the whole season, though, you got to have him in there.
Probably.
Yeah.
But did you say Dixon?
I said Dixon.
Okay.
So Dixon, Lewis, Kalk, Cam Jones, Jackson McAndrew.
Yeah. We had Peavy.
Yeah, I think he's just going to get shoved to second just
Ash
because
might sneak in there, man.
Who am I missing? Oh, we're missing somebody from Xavier.
Oh, yeah, Conwell.
Yeah.
Conwell be first team. Yeah.
So I just think it's a numbers game with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
And thank God Bryce Hopkins wasn't playing this year. He'd be another guy that'd be in there, So
if he's if he comes back to what he was, you never know. Our women won, huh?
Oh,
yes,
Murph, you would not believe it.
Phantom calls.
They called a phantom call.
For us or against us?
I forget who. Against and then for us.
Went straight. It was a tie game. She went straight up. Never even touched the gal. And they called a foul. Then they missed, so there's 8 seconds left. We push it up, and it looked like we had nothing going. They threw a ball out to Lauren Jensen, and I don't know who got fouled for Creighton, but they blew the whistle. I'm like, what was that? Like it was a phantom like that. And they called the foul, and we knocked down 2 free throws.
Yeah, it was a makeup. It was a makeup.
We won.
We won.
Yeah, we won. Yeah,
so we're in the finals against Connecticut, right?
No. That was the quarters.
Oh, that's quarters. Okay.
Yeah, we got to play the winner of this game, which, we'd like to play 11 Xavier, obviously. So, all right. Well, great job, Murph, once again.
What a tremendous season.
Hey, this will be our last time we have a coach, so thanks so much for setting all that up for us, too, by the way.
Yeah, you
really
got it.
appreciate it.
No problem. And we'll, if you want us in the postseason, just let us know.
Yeah,
I don't know if
maybe we'll do a Zoom or something. We've done all kinds of stuff this year, so we really appreciate it.
We appreciate you guys and the publicity and everything that you do as well. I mean, I guess it's easy to do it when you're winning, right? It makes everything a lot easier. But we appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate that, and I should say, postseason, somebody came up just before the game today and they go, "Oh no, we're going," and she leaves, and my wife goes, "I think we should go to New York."
Oh boy!
And I'm like, "Well, honey, it's probably a little," but this gal said she had 2 tickets, so then you're like, "Oh well, if I'll go for a non-media type, maybe, okay." But then I thought, I'm not going anywhere. I said, I'm not going anywhere. But then I started thinking, like, well, wait a minute. What if in Wichita it's us, High Point, West Virginia? I'm sorry, I got to go.
Yeah.
I got to go then, right?
Yeah. D-Rock had a good win tonight, right?
Very good win.
Yeah.
Very good win. Pretty much solidified their spots.
And Huss is in the finals.
Huss is in the finals.
And Lutz won tonight, too. Oklahoma State beat somebody.
Yes, he did.
I'm giving you some of that, too.
Good night,
man. Yeah, I'm giving you some of that. Thank you, Murph. Thank you for everything.
All right, buddy.
All right. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Murph's appearance is sponsored by Care Miners Home Health Care. If you need care for your injured, ill, or senior loved one, check it out. It's CareMinders Home Health Care. They do an outstanding job. Their number is 402-532-1383. That's 402-532-1383. CareMinders Home Health Care. You'll be glad you did. And check out all they have to offer at caremindersnebraska.com. So when the time comes, you're ready for them. That's caremindersnebraska.com. Oh, my word. We got celebrities in here, baby. We got celebrities in here.
We got a legend.
All right. Joining us now, player profile, Jackson McAndrew. Nice job, buddy.
Thank you. Swag walking right now.
You know, we were talking about that wall. I don't think you got that wall anymore.
I told you.
I told you.
No wall.
Yeah,
swag
no wall.
walking. Yeah,
no wall.
Yes,
no wall.
I love it.
Who was it? Who was it? Says, "Oh, I don't have a slump." Who was it? That was somebody last year. Said, "No, I don't ever have a slump." Great job.
Thank you.
That had to be a lot of fun to see the joy the seniors had tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it was an experience. I mean, just seeing that and wanting to play for them and make that as enjoyable as it could have for them, and just knowing that we don't have that much time left. Obviously, we got a lot of things ahead of us in the postseason that we're excited about, but that was the last regular season game, and so just making sure to enjoy every moment. And I mean, this group is so special with that for sure.
It was great for Sami, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We were trying to get him that shot. I appreciate you guys trying to get him that shot, man.
100%. No, I mean, he works so hard every day in practice. And
we've talked
stuff
about
the fans
this.
don't see.
In practice, he does Eric Dixon one week, and the next week he'll be doing a guard.
Yeah.
Like, the job he does is incredible.
It is. It really is. Helps us so much, and he plays that role to perfection. Like some of the guys he plays, sometimes he ends up playing better than they do in the games, and I mean, he gives us a great look, and so does the whole scout team for sure. So I mean, it's just a blessing to have that.
Just one tip: when you're a senior, let's cut the speech down a little bit. Like Sami's was a little long.
Nope.
I love Jamiya walking out there going, "Hey, I don't got all the stuff Sami's got here. All right, let's get this started straight." I loved it.
Yeah.
The other thing, and we've talked about this before, man, and it was so great the crowd went nuts when Mason hit that three.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we've just all been waiting for it. We've been waiting for it.
I said that last time too.
It's not like the guy has never made a three. He's the number 1% shooter from three in the Big East last year. And they're like, oh, man. And you could just tell he was just like, okay.
Yep.
Maybe the lid's off now.
He's back. He's been back, but he's back now.
I don't think he's ever left. It's more.
He's been back, but now he's confident.
Yeah.
So it's great to see for sure.
Yeah.
You ready for New York?
I am. Yeah, I'm really excited for it. So
yes, sir.
I like her path.
I love this confidence.
I do too.
I like her path.
I think, put anyone in front of us.
I love this confidence. Yeah, he's breathing it right now too.
Yeah. Although, everybody's saying Georgetown, all of a sudden, look out, DePaul. Paul's rattling off a couple wins in a row here.
That's fair. Yeah. Trash can gets a steak every now and again, Tim. That was a famous line of Vance Chapman there. But yeah, that's
so the whole family here tonight.
Yep, whole family here. Yep.
So you mean I got to run into your dad again?
Yep. You probably will.
Great. I see. Hudson was here.
Yep. He's out over there.
So Dad's here then. Great. Mm-hmm. Then Tuck's here.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
I already said to my wife. I said, "Hey, honey," and then I have a really good friend. A friend's son who's having a birthday party over there that somebody informed me of. And there's a bunch of people I haven't seen forever that said they're going to be there.
Shout out to Kessel.
I said, honey, this could be a long one. She goes, just call an Uber. So that's kind of a hall pass right there, That's kind of a hall pass.
Yeah.
So there we go. Wow, have you ever played in a game with a start like that?
No, that was the first time for that. I mean, I think there was maybe 3 or 4 rebounds by the 12-minute mark. It was nuts. I've never seen anything like that before.
They shot 80% and 77%.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? And then there wasn't a time. Mac took a timeout. It was almost 11 minutes. My buddy goes, is that the under 16? I go, yeah, that's the under 16.
Yeah. No, it was tiring.
Were you
sure.
gassed?
I was. Yep.
What did you think like I saw half and half. A, they were just hitting shots. B, we had a couple of, like, I know what you guys were trying to do against some of those screens in practice yesterday, and sometimes we did it, sometimes we didn't. What did you kind of see on the defensive end that allowed them to get that start?
Yeah, I mean, obviously props to them. They shot like crazy, but there were a lot of screens where we didn't get through enough or went under when we should have went over or kind of got confused on switches and stuff. Stuff we got to clean up for sure, but no, yeah, they shot it really well.
Back to New York, so have you been in New York?
Yep. Yeah, I've been there twice before we played St. John's the first time.
Yeah, well, obviously played St. John's. Yeah, but other than that, you've been there twice?
Yeah, we had there was like a Nike basketball thing there.
Oh, nice.
And the other time when I was younger. So, no, I'm excited for it for sure.
Tournament in the Garden's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's big time.
Especially when you're going to be like blown away when UConn plays. That whole arena is UConn fans,
really?
Man. Oh, yeah. They take it over.
Yeah.
Like St. John's and UConn played, I think, was it in the quarters last year? I think it was. There was 80% UConn fans.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it's so close. And plus, a lot of them live in New York, it's crazy.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Where would you like to go for the NCAA tournament? There's 8 sites, right? You can go to the first round. Where would you like to go?
Yeah, I don't know all the sites for sure. I think.
Let's go. You got Providence.
Okay.
Raleigh.
Is it Marquette one of them?
Milwaukee's one.
I like that one.
Well, yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I think that'd be the best one.
Milwaukee, and then you got Wichita.
Yep.
That would be Creighton fans would. It's not that far.
Right.
It's a drivable. Denver, not bad for Creighton fans. Easy flight to Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the other one out west? San Francisco? No, that's a regional.
Couldn't tell you, Tim, to be honest.
Regional
I don't think it matters to this guy.
Seattle would be cool.
Roll the balls out.
Be all right.
Seattle's a long way, though.
Yeah.
Lexington.
Yeah.
Cleveland. Yeah. There's some
good spots.
Midwestern sites. Yeah, it's not bad.
I think Milwaukee might be the best one.
I liked Pittsburgh last year, frankly. I like Pittsburgh. That was cool.
I think we would have a great following in Milwaukee, though.
I think so, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And there'd be a ton following in Wichita. The only thing with tickets there is what if Kansas gets put there? Mm-hmm. And then plus, Houston's probably going to go to Wichita, so they'll have a good base.
Yeah.
Texas Tech will be there, so they, whatever. But it's not that. Well, yeah, but it's not that far. That's what I'm thinking.
No, I hear
People
you.
can drive
I hear
it.
you. I hear you.
That's what it is. Well, you glad school's out for a while?
I am.
Yes.
It's nice to focus on hoops.
Yes.
So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, now Matt can just practice you whenever.
Exactly. Not mad at that at all.
This dude loves hoops.
I do.
He just loves it.
I know it. I love it.
I'm looking forward
Best
to it.
of luck in the Big East, man. Let's go get them.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Let's go get them.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
That's Jackson McAndrew's appearance sponsored by Discount Window and Door of Omaha. Want to thank them for sponsorship all year long. If you need new windows, this is the place to go. You're going to be blown away by their prices, blown away by their service. Just an incredible service, and the follow-up is great too. They follow up and make sure everything is perfect at your house. So check them out. That's Discount Window Door of Omaha. You can see right there before and after of my house, and it looks spectacular. So check them out today, 402-884-8989. That's 402-884-8989. Make sure you say Blue Jay Banner sent you. All right, worst call of the night. We're going with the call in the women's game at the end of the game. That was the worst call of all time.
I guess you got to go with both, though, at that point.
Yeah, they didn't see the replay of the second one. I would have liked to see the replay. Maybe there was a foul there.
I didn't need it. I think it was a makeup.
You don't blow the whistle right
I just think it was a makeup. At either one. That late. So it was just makeup on both sides.
I think I know where you're going with Unsung Hero. Maybe I don't. Because there's somebody else who just popped into my head.
Nope. But I'm definitely going with Mason Miller.
You know what popped in my head? Fedor.
I hear what you're saying, but
another strong performance by Fedor.
Yeah. But
what do you have? He had 8 tonight, right?
He had 8, 14 minutes, 3 rebounds, 1 assist.
He's just growing each game.
He is, but we also can't. We got to shed a little light on Jamiya. He's going to basically get you that triple-double. No, but I'm just kind of, he hit 10, so he can't be unsung hero. But 10, 8, and 5, right?
10-8-5, right?
He's really
that's a little of everything, man.
Forcing anything, which I like.
And I wouldn't say that, but he's just kind of.
Well, he's not forcing anything. I like that.
He's finding his pace, and he's not. Yeah. It's not. Everything's not rushed right now, so it looks good.
All right, we got to get out of here because we want to jump on. We're going to just go back to our YouTube channel, Blue Jay Banner. We're going to jump on here in a few minutes with the women's post-game show. Hopefully they got all their media stuff done in Mohegan Sun in Yukon, and we'll have Coach Flan on and do the show. So thanks for joining us. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. We'll be right back with you for all the Big East action. Hopefully, unless my wife says we're going.
Nah,
if my wife says we're going, I gotta go.
Yeah,
then maybe we can do something remotely or something. But we'll figure it out. We'll be on here one way or the other. All right, trust us. But hopefully we're right here. And come on down and let it fly. Watch all the tourney games too. We've got a big meeting on Tuesday, so maybe we're gonna have some more stuff. So follow us on Twitter at Blue Jay Banner. We'll let you know if we got more stuff going on. But anyway, thanks. Great win, great season. And let's finish this off with a fantastic postseason. And we'll see you in a few minutes with the women's postgame show. Thanks.